Hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much for joining me. Sorry it's been a while. I've been away, guys. I've been working in Toronto. Good thing about Toronto, as well as being freezing cold, they have a different liquor distribution branch, which means that brands that aren't available in BC where I live, some of them are available in Ontario. So I picked up this bottle of Tobermory 10-year-old. Interesting thing this. I'd not really heard of it. I knew it didn't have a brilliant reputation, but I thought it was just low on the radar. Turns out it had an absolutely appalling reputation a few years ago, as being like the cheapest thing that you could pick up in the supermarket. And around that time I was on a strict budget, and I wasn't seeing this in the supermarket. I was buying the Jura 10, and I was buying the Glenmorangie, and anything that was on offer, because I was on a strict budget and only wanted to drink single malts. So that's what was available to me. I never saw the Tobermory. Recently, however, the presentation has improved dramatically. It's bottled at 46.3%, unchill filtered, and I believe natural colour as well, and quite nice packaging, nice box, nice cardboard box there, and a lovely green bottle. So it's gone from being bottled at 40%, very poor reputation, to being bottled a lot stronger, non-chill filtered, really improved presentation. Does that sound familiar? Well, I reviewed the Bunnahabhain 12-year-old a couple of weeks ago, and this is owned by the same brand, Burns Stewart. So Burns Stewart are developing a reputation for steaming in, finding a distillery that's just not working at all, steaming in, improving the presentation overnight. The reputation then follows that very, very slowly. So Bunnahabhain, it's been in the improved presentation for a long time, and still it's, you know, when you compare it to its neighbours, it's not got the kudos that they have, and it's a bit unfair. People owe it to themselves to try new things. So I bought this not knowing that it was so vastly improved. Bought it because I'd not had a Tobermory before. It was off the radar, and it was pretty cheap, 67 Canadian dollars including all taxes. And it's very, very good as well. So it's made on the Isle of Mull. It's the only distillery on the Isle of Mull. They do a 10-year-old, I believe a 15-year-old, and then they have a peated variety called Le Chic, which I've not tried, but I would be very pleased to try. It's on the list. And it's a very full aroma. There is an oak that, I mean, it's not the darkest colour. I think this is a natural colour. There's an oak that's beyond the 10 years. Lots of vanilla and sultanas coming out. And there's a real mineral tang to it as well, a sea breeze. I also got, and I don't mean to be unkind, I got a vending machine coffee with UHT creamer. There is a creaminess to this, and it's not in an unpleasant way at all. And then the, I won't say, certainly not metallic, the mineral note creeps back in. A hint of black licorice, and what I thought was rose water. But then Ralphie on his review absolutely nailed it. It's rice wine, it's sake. So it's got a wonderful floral and mineral nose to it. Very, very different. It does remind me a bit of a Bruichladdich, but I can't say which one. It's in that kind of unpeated island style. tiny whiff of green apple. Oh, very, very nice. It sort of hits you with a bitterness, a refreshing bitterness, then a sweetness, an oakiness and a dryness. It really does, it packs sort of a volley. And sometimes it can be the bitterness first, then the sweetness, sometimes the sweetness, then the bitterness. It's tremendously interesting. For a low price you can try out something that's really very different. Something that you might have overlooked, and certainly I did. More of the vending machine coffee, but not burnt vending machine coffee. Fudge, a salted caramel. At first I found the caramel notes a bit overpowering, but I was drinking it in a straight tumbler after a couple of glasses of beer. But no, the mineral notes come straight back through. Oh, lovely. Bitter and salty, hint of sweetness. Big oak, but the oak doesn't leave you reeling. There's no spice to it or pepper, not an awful lot of fruit, but it's just very, very interesting. Slight nuttiness on the finish. This is really good. I didn't have high hopes for it, I have to say. Not because I knew of its very poor reputation, just because I'd never heard of it, and it was, you know, under the radar, not got a terribly strong reputation. But yeah, this is actually really, really good. Wouldn't recommend it for beginners. It's a bit too minerally, a bit too dry. But anybody who likes the island malts might well have a look at this. People who enjoy Old Pulteney, it's got that very refreshing sea air, and that bitter tang, which is really pleasing. Yeah, I'm enjoying this very much. Many, many more times than I thought I would. Yeah. Anyone who's experienced with malts should go out and pick one of these up. And Burn Stewart are to be congratulated for rescuing two good distilleries and turning them into, well, one good distillery, one poor distillery, and turning them into a great distillery and a very, very good distillery. Just my opinion. Fantastic. Okay, a bit rushed this week, I'm afraid. I've been very, very busy. As I said, I've just come back from Toronto. Thank you very much for the likes and comments. It does keep me going. I've bought a few more bottles recently. Don't tell the wife. So yeah, I've got enough to keep me going as long as people are enjoying the videos. Fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. Buy one of these, the Tobermory, and see you again soon. Bye bye.